by town, Seneca Falls, where the fire was lit. Stanton and mine, no, they never would quit. They drafted a vision, a declaration of sentiments, fighting the system built on meal impediments. They called it a sacred right, but the world just laughed, while the brothers and the husbands held the rudder of the craft. Imagine a world where your voice is a ghost, where you're building a house, but you're never the host. They were property silent, protected, they said, but the hunger for justice kept them moving ahead. Decades of struggle, the mountain was steep, but the promises made were the ones they would keep. Sisters on the line, yeah, they're breaking the cage, writing their names on the history page. From the pickets to the polls, through the fire and the rain, turning every single loss into a permanent gain. 19th Amendment, the victory song, correcting the rhythm where the music was wrong. It's the power of the ballad, the weight of the hand, changing the face of a divided land. Purple and gold, Susan B. Anthony, she was fearless and bold. She cast her vote in right chance that they put her in chains. But you can't lack a spirit when the truth's in the veins. Is it a crime for a citizen to vote? She asked. The hypocrisy of freedom was finally unmasked. And came the new guard, Alice Paul in the lead. Silent sentinels planted the radical seed. In front of the White House, they stood in the cold, while Wilson sat inside doing what he was told. They were dragged to the cells of a cop-one workhouse, quiet as a shadow, but brave as a powerhouse. Force-fed and beaten, the night of terror was real, but no iron bar could break a woman's steel. The tide started turning, the pressure was high. You could hear the suffrage special rolling on by. World War I came, they stepped up to the plate, proving they were pillars of the American state. If they're good enough to work in the dive of the flag, then the logic of the note starting to lag. 9 to 20 Tennessee, the final showdown. Harry Byrne held a note that would shake the whole town. A letter from his mama said, Harry, be good. And it flipped the whole script like a son really should. The perfect 36, the amendment was ratified. A century awaiting, but they never were gratified, until the ink hit the paper and the law was the law. The greatest revolution that the century saw. But look closer at the photo, look deep in the frame. Not every brave woman was given a name. I.W. Wells had to march in the back, cause the road to the ballot was white and was black. The struggle continued for sisters of color to make sure the dream wasn't just for another. From the 19th to the 65 Voting Rights Act, the journey is long, and that is a fact. So when you hold that ballot, don't you throw it away. Remember the price that they had to pay. It's not just a paper, it's a roar, it's a shout, it's what the